Good evening. This is my presentation, and this actually explains a little bit about what I presented earlier about my ideas for a dream book. I've titled my presentation Just Living the Dream, and in my first slide I show a fishing port. This is somewhere close to the San Luis Pass, where I often would go for fishing. And here you can see that it was one day in 2014 that I had no idea that I was going to be doing just what my title says, living my dream. And it wasn't just about doing more dock fishing or jetty fishing, but actually being able to go further afield and do deep sea fishing. You will notice from my slide that it's quite gray because it was during this time that I was actually trying to figure out what to do for ministry. And so while I was enjoying the jetty fishing or the dock fishing, I've always wondered what it would be like to actually go where the Lord wants us to go, like where most people dare not to go. So here I was in 2015. I was in Pavlodar, Kazakhstan, attending a worship service there, and you see the church was really packed when the pastor, unlike the pastor I have here in Houston, actually encouraged the members to go. So thinking about this, I said, okay, let me try. So I asked God for me to be able to try and do that, to go. And so the following year, I moved to China. So here on my third slide, you will find the doorway to my building. And that's my building right there on the right side. It's my right side. You see, I was actually on the 13th floor. And while there, and as soon as I got there, I was almost immediately asked to teach. So there were actually two churches that I've been able to volunteer as a Bible teacher. One was in Wuxi, and the other one was in Nanjing. So in Wuxi, I mostly had an international mixture of Bible students, male and female, adults. And in Nanjing, I also had the same, only that in Nanjing, I had more Asians, Kazakhstani and Filipinos, while in Wuxi, I had many different kinds, as you will see in the next slide. So you will find here, this is my friend, he's Pakistani, and all of them here are Chinese. I have, she's from Scotland, this one's from India, he's from Jamaica, and these are the Filipinos. And I write here at the bottom, there I taught migrant workers, Bible students, seekers of God, and God's harvest. I hope you can see my presentation clearly. I'm actually sitting in a very cramped space right now. Most of my furnitures have gone. We're in the process of moving, and so this is the only setup I can actually put together. So thank you very much for watching. My last frame. This is me, and let me read. But just as it is written, things which eye has not seen and ear has not heard, and which have not entered the heart of man, all that God has prepared for those who love him. I'm very fortunate to have been able to go to places further than home and immediate surroundings to see what it's like for those who do not know the Lord just yet and are now beginning to find him. And so thank you for the time you have given my little presentation. Good night.